Mustangs, welcome to your Friday edition of the Daily Update. I'm Erica Newberg. Let's get to the news. It's a first for President Joe Biden. That tops today's Mustang Minute. President Joe Biden holds his first news conference more than 60 days after he is sworn into office. Biden says he plans on running again in the 2024 election, but has yet to file for re-election. He also spoke about his new goal to administer 200 million vaccines by his first 100 days in office. Biden was repeatedly asked about the ongoing flood of unaccompanied minors crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. He promised better media access to the camps along the border once his administration gets a better handle on things. When asked about American troops in Afghanistan, the president says he plans on withdrawing troops from the Middle Eastern country, but did not confirm on when that will happen. At least 5 are dead and multiple are injured in Alabama after a tornado swept through the state. The National Weather Service says 14 tornadoes were reported on Thursday in Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. As residents pick up after the storm, Calhoun County Sheriff says they are not in the clear yet. There's a chance of a second storm coming with just as significant damage. The winter storm that hit Texas last month is more deadly than first reported. The newly revised number of deaths is nearly double the original estimation by state health officials, which was 57. At least 111 Texans died as a result of last month's storm, and that number will likely grow since Tarrant County has not released its numbers. The majority of victims from the storm died from hypothermia. Others died from carbon monoxide poisoning, falls, fires, and motor vehicle accidents. All SMU students are now eligible for a vaccine. SMU-TV's Lauren Rangel has more about the new rule.
Hey Mustangs, I'm Lauren Rangel and welcome back to Coronavirus on the Hilltop. There's some big news in Texas this week. Starting March 29th, all adults will be eligible for their COVID-19 vaccine. SMU Dr. Arthi Krishnan explains more.
So this is very good news. Next week, the Department of State Health Services will be creating a website and also a toll-free phone number where adults in Texas can register and find a location to receive the vaccine. The biggest issue will be accessibility, and I think they are taking steps in the right direction to provide the information for people in Texas to receive the vaccine, but I think there may be some constraints in terms of how fast the vaccine can get to those provider sites. Now that there's 3 vaccines available to be administered, that will also play a role in how fast the vaccine can be distributed. By definition, an adult in Texas is 18 and over. The Pfizer vaccine has been approved for people 16 and over. The state of Texas does mandate parental consent for anyone under the age of 18 to receive the vaccine. The vaccine sites that do have Pfizer, it will be up to them how they want to deal with those patients just under 18 years of age in terms of administration of the vaccine. Like I said, I think it's a step in the right direction. I think it helps, at least for me, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel.
SMU is partnering with the Methodist Health System to offer all students, faculty, and staff the opportunity to sign up and receive the vaccine. SMU sent the announcement and link to a sign-in in an email on Thursday. Thanks for tuning in to Coronavirus on the Hilltop this week. Feel free to send in your COVID-19 questions to @Lauren_K_Rangel. Until then, pony up.
For cars on the road, you may have noticed an increase in traffic volume. However, one residential intersection is experiencing more than just busy roads. They're noticing more accidents. SMU-TV's Haley Minnick will give you all the details.
With more cars on the road, traffic volume has become apparent, but the Dallas residents living on the intersection of Wycliffe Avenue and Throckmorton Street are seeing more than just traffic. they are seeing an increase of accidents.
We think there's at least one a month, and we really think it's more than that. It's about every 3 weeks on average.
These residents have been fighting the city to put in an always stop sign to reduce the amount of accidents that occur. However, officials say this intersection doesn't meet the minimum criteria for additional traffic signs.
When we came out here, we reviewed the accidents at the location, the traffic volumes at the location, and the sight distance at the location. And we evaluated those conditions and found that this intersection did not meet the warrants to install an always stop or a traffic signal.
Officials say in order to install a traffic sign, there needs to be up to 5 accidents that can be correctable.
And in the case, there were 3 to 5 accidents, but most of those would not have been corrected had there been an always stop installed.
Many residents are now taking it upon themselves to keep their homes and families safe.
We've had a few accidents that have occurred while we've been here. We've had some of the vehicles land in our yard. That's why we have the boulders here now, and we've had to pay for the boulders, and the city has not done anything to help us about it.
Officials say residents should continue to request for another inspection to be done.
I would just encourage anybody to either call 311 and request it again, or to reach out to their council member with that request as well.
That was Haley Manick reporting. Haley also found out from the location tech company TomTom that Thursday is the worst day of the week to travel during rush hour. The company recommends if you have at least a 30-minute commute, you should travel after 6 p.m. if you could do that. You could potentially save up to 2 hours of traffic time each year. And that's your Mustang Minute.
We just have fun and sing. It's like living pitch perfect on campus, which is like so awesome, and it's real.
Belltones is an a cappella group of girls that just came together because we love music. We have a couple of music majors, but mostly non-majors, and it's purely out of a love of it and loving each other.
If you have any experience singing, if you were like in choir in high school, this is such a great outlet to do something positive.
To learn more about their events or how to audition, visit their website.
Hey Mustangs, I'm Erica Newberg with your 5-day forecast. The next few days are looking like a mixture of sunny and overcast, so make sure to get outside while it's pretty. Friday will be a cloudless day with a high around 80 and lows in the upper 50s. Clouds will roll in on Saturday, but we will see highs in the upper 70s. The clouds will cool us off on Sunday with a high of 70 and lows in the upper 40s. Monday will be a bit warmer with highs in the mid-70s and lows in the mid-50s. Tuesday will be another warm but slightly cloudy day with highs in the upper 70s and lows in the lower 50s. That's your 5-day forecast. I'm Erica Newberg.
This is Haley Capavilla here with your weekly roundup. 10 people are now dead, including a police officer, after a shooting took place at a Boulder grocery store on Monday. The victims' ages range from 20 to 65 years old, all leaving behind friends and family. Suspect Ahmad Al-Aliwi Alisa had his first court appearance on Thursday and is charged with 10 counts of first-degree murder and 1 charge of attempted murder. This took place just under a week after the Atlanta spa shootings. Megan Rapinoe joins President Biden on Equal Pay Day to address the gender pay gap. Rapinoe had earlier testified in front of the House Oversight Committee, where she urged lawmakers to make a change. March 24th marks how long women have to work until they make as much money as their male counterparts in 2020. The U.S. women's national soccer team has won 4 World Cups, but is still paid less than male players. President Biden says more needs to be done and is urging legislation to require equal pay. Vice President Kamala Harris is now leading the White House's efforts to slow the migration at the southern border. On Wednesday, President Biden appointed Harris for the job. The administration plans to open up 7 more emergency facilities to accommodate the large number of unaccompanied migrant children. According to the Department of Health and Humane Services, there are over 11,000 unaccompanied minors in shelters today. Small but mighty, Tara Lee is a 15-year-old dog that is now reunited with her family. Her owner, Brandon, let the dog out in the front yard on Sunday, and when he came back, she was gone. On Wednesday morning, Brandon received a call from the Minneapolis Police Department saying they found his dog in the back of a stolen vehicle. The pup is now safe back at home and eating well. Tara Lee's first meal back was meatloaf. That's your weekly roundup. For SMU-TV, I'm Haley Capavilla.
3 penguins have a field trip. Penguins from the Shed Aquarium in Chicago explore Shaw's Crab House. At the restaurant, penguins Tilly, Olivia, and Dolores got some exercise and had some fun away from home. Their visit highlighted Chicago Restaurant Week and encouraged people to reduce their plastic footprint and protect aquatic life. To allow for proper cleaning and safety measures, the crab house was closed to the public, but that didn't stop the 3 seabirds from having an ice day. Well, that's all we have for you Mustangs. Remember, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SMU-television and follow us on Twitter at SMU-TV. If you have any story ideas, shoot us an email, smutv@smu.edu. Thanks for watching this Friday edition of the Daily Update. Be sure to tune in next week for more news from the Hilltop. Until then, have a great weekend and pony up.
SMU-TV and the Division of Journalism want to thank our underwriters, North Park Center in Dallas, Javier's Gourmet Mexicano on Cole Avenue, and Advance ER off West Lovers Lane. We appreciate your support of student media.